see is the seams and all the things that bug me. I mean, I think it's similar.
So you're saying this is our Star Wars?
Oh, absolutely. This is our Phantom Menace.
Yo, conceived as one, split into two. Gonna talk so much shit till the air goes blue. After we're through, you're gonna wish you were monozygotic too. Just a couple Nimpods up to no good. Couple of Nimpods up to no good. See what we're doing there? It's Nimrods. But it's a podcast, so it's Nimpods.
This is how we've been doing our Nimpods lately. I got my phone, and then I'm hearing Dan on my headphone, and then I'm recording it on Audacity through a little snowball mic. It's actually Dan's, and I think he'd want me to tell you that this is his mic.
Yes.
It's very important. So yeah, I really hate listening to myself in headphones, especially like earbuds.
Yeah.
It just sounds brutal. It sounds like I'm talking in my head. It's really weird. So we're trying to roll on Nimpods 21 here.
Well, we've had you've done the vlog update. You've done a vlog update about the screening we had in Duncan.
Are you actually rolling?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I am rolling.
Yeah, the screening we had in Duncan at the Caprice Theatre.
Well, let's do a quick proper intro.
Proper intro.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. This is kind of what it is. Welcome to Nimpods 21. I'm Jamie.
I'm Dan.
And we are the Nimpods, also known as, a.k.a. the Francis Brothers, a.k.a. There's this podcast I listen to, a guy named Noah Kagan. He's really cool. He's like...
yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
He always
know him, but I'm aware of him.
But his podcast is like... always opens up. It's like, I'm Noah Kagan. I'm, the Salt and the SWAT. It just makes up these random nicknames.
The Salt and the SWAT? The Colossus of Clout?
Yeah, no, but just as an example, he just kind of I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I always laugh every time, I smile every time he mentions something, just because he just makes it up. It's kind of like those people who make up their own nicknames,
Yeah. Have you recently seen Sandlot?
No, we're not going to the Sandlot saying that it's terrible.
It's not terrible.
I'm not going
that
route.
I was gonna say It's not about being terrible. It's funny how things that were so effing cool when you're younger turn out to be quite cheesy.
Yeah, because
when you're an adult and you're all jaded.
Yeah, I still like to think optimistically. I watched it. I did recently watch it, and I'm like, this is a fantastic movie, and you'll never tell me wrong.
Okay, so we had the first sort of screening for our movie The Wrong People in Duncan. Jay covered it a little bit in our vlog that was updated or uploaded on YouTube this week at some point a couple days ago. There was
if you don't know that, we've started sort of a weekly, maybe even twice weekly little micro budget film vlog, kind of journeying our foray into basically what we've been doing for the last 15 years is making micro budget movies. So that's just a little segue. Yeah.
So about 30 people came to the showing. It was friends and family and crew, cast and crew, a small group. And that reception was good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, and I just sort of you finish things, but then it's also like, oh shit, now we got to play this. We gotta show it to somebody, and then getting that hurdle before our kind of first public screening next weekend at Cinefest in Nanaimo was a huge. I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah, the thing is the there's one thing about finishing something, but you see it up on a big screen in a real theater. It's just there's something about the sort of the completion of it. It's still a bit surreal, and I know I'm putting like a lot of a lot of emotion into something that's at the end of the day it's not that big a deal, but finishing is one thing, but actually laying it out there and actually like showing people and stuff, that's kind of a whole ball of wax that it's hard to get used to. I mean, I guess it's just it's a part of the gig.
Oh, for sure.
Putting yourself out there. I've sort of crossed over. I was a lot more nervous before, but yeah, having the showing, and now we will be next weekend we'll be showing it at a real festival where public's going to come and see it, and it's I'm proud of this little thing. We actually me and Jay got a message from a good friend Perry, who's probably one of two listeners. Hi, Perry. No, he's just like, he was saying how there's something could be said about finishing it, and that we shouldn't dismiss it as so quickly. And I think that's one of collectively our problems, is we kind of we don't spend that time and just kind of why can't we be proud of ourselves? Like, it's almost like this I don't know why I can't come up with words today, but I know you're sort of this thing, like, why can't we be fucking proud? Like, it's almost this, it's like this just this bashfulness that we kind of have always had, that it's nothing wrong to be humble, but it's just, I mean, I am proud of this. I'm proud of actually making a movie that's a product that's it's okay. Like, it's just something that's and actually finishing it is, I don't know. I'm rambling here, but I'm just kind of
no. I think
I'm glad Perry messaged me about that, because I was thinking, like, we are quick to dismiss anything that we do, and so thanks, Perry. I am proud of this. So
yeah.
That being said, I'm looking forward to moving on to something else, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the short while here that people are going to be pretty stoked about what we're doing. So why can't we be proud of that?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that message was really I thought about it and really, really appreciate it. And Perry helped us out on this movie, and he's always been kind of like sort of a in a weird way, like kind of a champion of us. And he and I think what he did was he kind of caught up on our Nimpods. We're kind of throwing out a lot more content lately, so he kind of caught up with our podcast, and we I think if you kind of binged our podcast, even though it kind of even when we started back up Nimpods, we've been kind of a lot more focused on the movie stuff, which is great. And but if you binge it, it's sort of like it does harp on the idea that we took a long, in our heads, we've took a long time to make this movie and finish it. And that's kind of one thing he really tried to say, is that he basically got really annoyed by us saying not kind of taking the the step back and going like, oh, we actually finished it. We were more harping on the idea that it took a long time, which in hindsight isn't like a crazy amount of time. Like, I mean, when you really think about it, and I kind of thought about that all morning actually, and how he's right in a way, like, yeah, not in a way, like he's right in what he's trying to say about what we should be proud of, actually finished something, and
even if it took a decade, at least it's done and finished.
Yeah, and I think we do, especially in the podcast, I think we do kind of harp on the idea that it took way too long, which is who's to say it took way too long? It's
So let's just bury that thread and just move on from worrying about how long it took.
Because, yeah, exactly. But it's not gonna deter me from trying to produce something as good hopefully better than this in a shorter period of
Yeah,
time.
and it's also like it's more about the efficiency.
For sure. Like
the whole thing.
I think yeah, totally. Like I think that's kind of what this movie is like. The efficiency of from writing the script to finishing wasn't. It's not just like this consistent like grind. Like we worked on it 12 hours a day. That's kind of where I want to kind of fill in the gaps in a way. Like don't have those long periods of time where you just just kind of like bummed out and don't really want to like even look at it, right?
Exactly.
Which is you're always going to have, but especially on something where it's like there's a couple of people working on it, like me and you, and basically so it's that's all I kind of like was thinking about it, and but thanks a lot, Perry, for shutting us out, and also thanks to James and Perry for kind of getting our ass together and getting this podcast back on iTunes.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
think he refused to listen to it if it wasn't on the Apple box.
Oh, that was pretty funny. I'm a little bit ignorant to the podcast thing. Like I know that you do. I just record it with you, and then that's about it. So I wasn't even aware that it wasn't on iTunes. So So he's kind of grilling me with these questions, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I sarcastically told him that it was an Android only podcast. But if you're alienating 2 out of 2 of your fans, or Nimpod at least listeners, maybe not even fans, that's just kind of a bit of a problem.
Yes, it is.
So what else? I'm gonna like. This is gonna be definitely a shorter Nimpods, but what's we just kind of wanted to say more of an update about what's going on with the movie. We still don't have a real official date on when The Wrong People will be on Amazon, but it will be fairly quickly put up on online. We kind of want to. We don't want to dwell on the submitting to a ton of festivals or anything. Like we've submitted to a few very small ones. We didn't. So I don't know. Currently, it's looking to be in the next few weeks. We'll just have it up on Amazon, and maybe still getting that Blu-ray going and DVD, and then just the next projects. We've actually been experimenting with a lot shorter content, like little shorts and stuff, and I really found that really fun, especially like even doing that little 15-second horror short. Like it's weird how much work is still involved, like even with just 15 seconds. I mean, I know it's only maybe 4 shots, but like it's still tough, and I tried to crank that out as quickly as I could because I had to make the deadline. I shot that the night of the deadline. The night before the deadline. So it basically shot and finished that thing, and with sleeping in between 15 hours.
Yeah, like what Perry was saying, it sort of scratches that itch.
Oh yeah, and I could have done that short in the same amount of time, or in a longer period of time. Say I started 3 weeks ago, but it would have looked basically the same. You know what I mean? Or been the same. So, yeah. I don't know. What else? Do you got anything else you want to say? Other than looking forward to updating you guys on the Cinefest in Nanaimo. The Hub City Cinema was putting on. Zach and them and the team. And hopefully we'll get a vlog, kind of a special vlog from with some footage of that if we're not too nervous. Maybe hire a video guy.
Oh yeah, I'm still probably going to hang out in the lobby.
Yeah, Dan didn't even end up watching most of it. That I didn't realize that first. It's the first scene with you really, or no, second scene with you is it's this super close up. I could see that. I think you left at that point, and I'm like, oh, because it's
no, I don't have
your feet. Your face is 36 feet long or whatever.
No, I had no issue with with me being in the movie for a substantial amount of time. That wasn't it. It's just yeah, it's just putting the baby out there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't as nervous as you, obviously. Then, if you're saying that it has nothing to do with the acting, I watched the whole thing. I mean, yeah, I was up in the gondola area, but I couldn't sit down and watch it. But I had to pace.
I guess
a
it's
little
just
bit.
like, I don't know, like, I mean, just seeing the footage and seeing the movie so many times and stuff. Like, I just know everything that bugs me and stuff. Like, nothing. It's all about
What bugs you?
It just reminds me of like the this Rolling Stone interview with George Lucas that I was reading right when Star Wars came out. It was like seriously like the first week, but everyone was going nuts about Star Wars. And he's like, "Oh, I can't even watch it. It's like all I see is the seams and all the things that bug me." I mean, I think it's similar.
Oh, so you're saying this is our Star Wars?
Oh, absolutely. This is our Phantom Menace.
Well, maybe THX.
THX.
No, actually, that's getting a bit of a cult status now, isn't it? Yeah, I guess go Phantom Menace.
Well, THX is considered pretty good, is it not?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't mean to diss that one actually. I was thinking like because it was like it's the one that nobody really thinks about. Anyway, yeah, I got to cut it short here. Got some festivities to do for Remembrance Day, and yeah, it was a good one. And
all right,
we'll see you real soon. I think we should drop these Nimpods at least like once a week.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, I'm Jamie. Check out francisbrothersfilms.com. I'm kind of updating it and adding a lot more of the, we create this content and stuff, but I don't actually end up putting on the site for long periods. But I'm trying to like get it more up to date with our YouTube and stuff. But yeah, we're on YouTube and Twitter, Instagram, and francisbrothers.com. And that's about it. I guess we'll see you in a few days.
Later.